Throughout history, war has tested not only the physical strength of soldiers but also their mental and emotional fortitude. While many battles are won with strategy and numbers, it is the individual acts of bravery, the relentless perseverance of war heroes, and their ability to endure against unimaginable odds that often become the defining moments of conflict. These legendary warriors didn't just fight, they pushed the very limits of human endurance, displaying an unwavering will to survive and to triumph against the most extreme circumstances. One such hero was Admiral Chester W. Nimitz, a central figure in the Pacific theater of World War II. In 1942, after the attack on Pearl Harbor, the United States was on the defensive against Japan's rapid expansion. The odds seemed impossible, but Nimitz, with his strategic genius and relentless drive, led the U.S. Navy through some of the most brutal and grueling campaigns of the war. One of the most defining moments of his career came during the Battle of Midway in 1942, a battle that many believed the Japanese would easily win. Nimitz, however, saw an opportunity. Despite the overwhelming power of the Japanese fleet, he made daring tactical decisions that exploited their weaknesses, turning the tide of the war. Under his leadership, the U.S. Navy not only managed to defend Midway Island, but inflicted critical losses on the Japanese fleet, a victory that became the turning point of the Pacific War. Nimitz's ability to remain calm under pressure and push the limits of strategic thinking helped save countless lives and change the course of history. But it's not just the masterminds behind the scenes who've shaped history. There are countless stories of soldiers who pushed their own bodies and minds to the breaking point, showing unparalleled endurance and bravery on the front lines. Audie Murphy, one of the most decorated American soldiers of World War II, is perhaps the epitome of human endurance in combat. Murphy's story of heroism began on January 26, 1945, when he and his unit were engaged in a brutal battle in France against German forces. Outnumbered and outgunned, Murphy refused to retreat as his comrades were either killed or injured. When his unit's position came under heavy attack, Murphy climbed atop a burning tank destroyer, using its machine gun to hold off advancing German troops. Even though he was wounded and under constant enemy fire, Murphy kept firing until reinforcements arrived, saving countless lives. His actions that day earned him the Medal of Honor and solidified his place as one of the most legendary war heroes in American history. In the face of overwhelming odds, Murphy's physical and mental endurance were pushed to their absolute limits. His courage under fire is a testament to the strength of the human spirit when driven by a sense of duty and an unbreakable will to protect others. Then there is the extraordinary story of Sir Edward Trooper Rycroft, a soldier from the British Army during World War I. In the midst of one of the deadliest conflicts in history, Rycroft's tale of survival and perseverance during the Battle of the Somme is nothing short of remarkable. After being struck by a bullet and severely injured, Rycroft was left behind in no man's land during an attack. For hours he crawled through the mud and barbed wire, pushing through excruciating pain, before finally reaching the British trenches and saving his life. His physical endurance to survive, combined with his mental resilience, showcases the unimaginable strength it takes to endure the horrors of war and continue fighting for survival, even when everything seems lost. The stories of Louis Zamperini, a former Olympic athlete who became a bombardier in World War II, further exemplify the limits of human endurance. During a bombing run over the Pacific, Zamperini's plane was shot down, and he spent 47 days adrift at sea, fighting off sharks, dehydration, and hunger. When he was finally captured by the Japanese, he endured years of brutal torture in prisoner of war camps. But despite everything, Zamperini's will to survive never wavered, and he returned home a hero, showing the world that the human body and mind are capable of surviving far beyond what anyone could imagine. These heroes are just a few examples of the countless individuals who have pushed the boundaries of human endurance in wartime. They fought not only against their enemies but against their own limitations, pushing their bodies and minds to unimaginable extremes in the pursuit of survival, victory, and the defense of their comrades. Their stories serve as a powerful reminder that true heroism often lies not in the number of battles won, but in the sheer ability to endure in the face of overwhelming adversity. Whether it's climbing to new heights of strategic brilliance or surviving impossible circumstances, these legendary war heroes prove that, when faced with the unimaginable, human strength and resolve know no bounds.